One.
Yo, what's up, people? How's it going? I got a good video for you today. I've got a very special guest. Her name is Sharlene Savage. If you don't know who she is, you're missing out on this relationship, peoples. But Sharlene, thank you so much for being on here with me. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. Just thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today.
Thank you, Mario. I'm honored and privileged to be here. We've been connected now for a few weeks since being involved with the mentoring, and what a great place to be that such a fantastic platform like this could connect people from all over the world. So great to be here, bro.
Absolutely. And Charlene is coming from Australia, the land down under. So she's all the way out there on the other side of the planet, and I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, United States. So it's pretty cool, guys, how we can just be connected from just all walks of life. But thanks again, Charlene. I really appreciate it. So, go ahead and, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from originally, and, what do you do?
Yeah, sure. So, Mario said I'm in the land down under, so I'm a Kiwi. I'm actually from New Zealand, just across the ditch there. And I moved across to Australia about 5 years ago. How I sort of came about here was back in New Zealand. I was living life, and a bit about my history is that I was in a marriage, and I was working for a conventional sales company, the typical features and benefits background. And I did exceptionally well. I was earning quite a few $100,000 a year, living the dream, had a dream home, had the dream car and dream holidays, you name it. I was practically living the dream. But behind closed doors,
Right.
the marriage was quite a different story. And so it didn't really sort of work out. So we decided to move to Australia to start afresh. It didn't work out. We ended up separating and divorced as well. And that was when I hit rock bottom. I really struggled. I had to find myself. Basically, I quit my job. I found God. I went to Bible college. And during that time as a student, I discovered what you call network marketing. Okay. And I had this thing called shiny object syndrome. So whenever there was a shiny object, I'd just go running to it and drop whatever was already in my hands. And so
Right.
I was an MLM junkie. I did everything from the shakes, the supplements, the antioxidants, the water, the digital currency.
Right.
I did it because I wanted to make money. And I wanted to make money for myself because it was all hyped up and all these, but what was really evident, Mario, was that these top income earners were smashing it and they were doing really well. They were getting team duplication, and I struggled. I wondered why can't I do that? I'm doing what they're telling me to do. They told me to go and get a list of 200 of your friends and family. And so I did. And then all I did was get pushback and rejection. And I was that person, coming from features and benefits. I was like, oh, I got a deal for you. You got to buy my product now, guys. It's a great ground floor opportunity. Lock your spot. I was that person.
Right.
But all I did was get pushback. And so I got really, really discouraged. And so I was still searching 14 weeks ago for an answer. And that was when I reached out to, Millionaire Mentoring and Darren Little. And that was when I discovered that there was this amazing strategy that would connect me and Mario here today. So that's a little bit about me and how I came to be here.
Absolutely. Yes. So, what was your experience in the industry?
Yeah, as I mentioned, it wasn't very good, if that were to be honest. I've had a couple of years in multi-level marketing, and the experience was I I hated harassing my friends and family. I hated being rejected. I didn't know how to generate leads. I didn't know how to close leads or upsell to bigger ticket items. And I didn't know how to team duplicate. I didn't know how to build teams. So therefore, I wasn't making any money. And so that was my experience. And they were nothing but pain. It was nothing but pain. And that was my personal experience. Do I have a success story to share from the industry? No. But ever since I reached out to Black Ops and with Millionaire Mentoring, yes, I have one hell of a success story, because people are never actually taught how to do business in network marketing, home business, or MLM. We're just taught to sell. Here's the product. Get a list of your friends and family and just sell it to them. Don't give any value. Just sell the product. Good luck.
Right. That's your warm market. They'll of course they'll listen to you.
Yeah, and
right.
It was my experience was I did approach my friends and family, but a lot of them actually they joined me because they felt sorry for me. It was out of empathy. And then they would have to do the monthly payments, the auto ship, and they couldn't sustain it. So then they started falling away, and then I had all this product that they couldn't consume. And so that was my experience. And so I became so discouraged by that. I actually stopped telling my friends and family about what I was doing because I was just too embarrassed. So that is my experience in the industry. Yeah.
So when was it that you just had it? You had your breakthrough. When was it you had your breakthrough?
Yeah, and that was when I reached out to Darren in Black Ops, and I prayed and I asked God for a solution. He told me to follow the lion and the eagle. This is a true story, guys, so I'm sharing it with you. This is like underground stuff, right? So I came across online, and he was doing a Millionaire Mentoring presentation, and on his desktop there was this lion. And so I'm like, oh, this is so cool, God, there's the lion. I was like, wait,
right,
there's no eagle. And so as the presentation went on, up came this eagle. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is what I need to do. And so I pursued him. And I reached out and I stalked him, we're all Facebook stalkers, come on. So I stalked him and I reached out to him and I just said, brother, whatever it is that you're doing, I want in. And I had no idea what I was signing up for, but I was desperate and I wanted to break through that inertia. I was sick and tired of using my credit card to pay for groceries. I was sick and tired of crying, not knowing where my next dollar was going to come from. So I was desperate, and I went and found the money. Okay, so I surrendered all ego, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to find the money, and I went and found it. And so I joined. I threw my head over the wall, and then I joined the training, the Black Ops mentoring, and I applied the simple steps. And then after 8 days, I made $4,000. 8 days. Wow. And then after 2 weeks, I made $10,600. And then within my first month, I made just under 20 grand. And I'm now at 10 weeks and I've made $40,000 in profit, total profit. So
crazy. That is crazy.
So that's my success story since reaching out to Millionaire Mentoring, and I'm never going to have to worry about money ever again, Mario. Never.
Awesome. And did you have to pay for ads?
Oh my gosh, like hit zero. See, there's zero. Zero.
Wow.
Nothing. No ads. And look, I don't even know what a paid ad is. I don't even know how to do one. Apparently you need a business page to boost stuff. I have no idea.
Right.
So you don't have to.
Right.
So much fun.
And that's all profit, right?
It's all profit. 100% profit, bro.
Nice. Very cool. 40,000 in 10 weeks. That's 40,000. that's what most people would make in a year, if that, and to do it in 10 weeks that's like 3 months ish, 2.5, 3 months. That's ridiculously insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, wow. So, there's a lot of people that are stuck, and they're sinking, they don't know what to do. They're, they don't know what to believe or trust, so what interested you the most when, you heard about, tapping into your power and made you go through, with it, and that made you say, I'm doing this, I'm taking action, I want to change my life. What was it?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Mario. And the answer to that would be, is that we're not telling you to leave your company and join this company. It's not like that. It is a strategy that is going to help you break through your barriers. So if you're here today and you've been in home business or MLM and you've been hitting your head against a brick wall, wondering how you're going to generate leads, wondering how you won't have to harass friends and family, wondering how you're not going to have to be rejected, or how to close those leads when you get them, or how to duplicate your team, right? If that is your passion, if that is your desire to actually hit the top of your leaderboards in whatever company, you might be from nutraceuticals, you might be from skincare, you might be from currency, or whatever that looks like, that's your dream and your passion, you can apply the strategy to your business. What I love about it as well is that you are encouraged to become a leader of your own brand. So let's say you were a rodent and fields consultant, for example, and they're very much about promoting their brand. Whereas with the strategy you learn, you become the brand and you become the leader, so that people will follow you and not the brand that you're working with. That was a real key difference for me, because I wanted to become my own brand. And apparently now I'm called Wonder Woman, which is crazy, right? Because there's this avatar that was sort of connected as I went on my journey. But now people see me as a brand, as opposed to see me as a representative for a company. I am now a leader,
right? Or an affiliate.
And so whatever I get myself involved in, I have the opportunity to, depending on what people's desires and their passion is, I can lead them into whatever path. So this is all about you. And it's all about becoming a leader in what you do. And that's the key difference I found that was really beneficial for me to get involved, was to learn the strategies that would help me apply to any business that I had, or become a brand that I could be really passionate about. Everyone wants to start their own brand and not have to promote someone else's brand. So that's what I love about it, Mario.
Awesome. That is awesome. So what do you have to say to the people that, with the limitation, and the thought saying, well, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if I could afford it. Maybe it won't work for me, or it's not my thing. What do you have to say to those people?
Yeah, well, you know what I have to say to those people? If a 17-year-old kid can sign up and join Millionaire Mentoring and make $35,000 in his first month, the kid's barely lived life. He's barely even lived, really. He's just come out of school. And if a 15-year-old kid can earn $5,000 in his first month, we have people who are in my personal team who are around 60 years of age who are qualified, and they are technically challenged. They struggle with, how to do the internet stuff. But because of the simple steps in the process, step by step by step, they roll out the red carpet for you. They give you a silver platter and say, look, don't step there, step here. Don't step here, step there. So you've got
Right.
someone in front of you leading and guiding you to the promised land, as opposed to hanging out in Egypt and being a slave for the rest of your life, right?
Right.
So that's the beauty about this for anyone who has doubts. And I can understand why so many people are skeptical, especially in MLM. 0.1% of people earn more than $400 a month in a $180 billion industry. And that is massive. That is a huge amount of people that we need to help and break free out of that. I want to be the 99% who's actually making more than $400. And I'm sure you would too. So
yeah,
to
absolutely.
those people who think that they can't do it, that they don't have the money to do it, that they're not technical enough, I call a bit of BS on that. I'm just going to say it how it is, because it really comes down to, a lot of it has to do with ego. A lot of it has to do with ego, that people are like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm doing really, really well. I'm smashing it. Right. But in reality, they're broke. Real broke. I was that person. And it wasn't until I was like, you know what? I'm sick of the struggle. I'm sick of living week to week, not knowing where my dollar was going to come from, having to pay off my groceries and my credit card. I had to surrender my ego. And I'm finding the moment I did that and I humbled myself, I surrendered that, boom. Then I stepped into my power. Then I stepped into overcoming fear, because I had this fear that I would be judged because I was broke.
Wow.
That was me. That was me. It's some people, it may not be you, but that I'm sharing with my story, that I was afraid of being judged, and that I was already an established leader in in terms of events. I was running events and stuff like that. So I was perceived to be somebody, but behind those closed doors, it was not happening. It wasn't happening.
Right.
So to those who think that they can't do it, who don't have the money, who feel that they're doubting or skeptics, it's not true. It's not true. We have people inside Black Ops who have already overcome what you are doubting and what you have fear of.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you could apply these strategies, to anywhere you go, anything you want to start. It's not just Black Ops. What is Black Ops? I think it's great, that it's more of it really focuses, I believe, in personal development, and just really maximizing who you are as an individual. So I think it's great. Now I'm only going to ask one more question, because I'm sure everybody's starting to get bored a little bit. So I'm going to ask one more question. And the question is, if you could give one piece of advice, what would it be? And this is to all the newbies, to the current existing business owners, what would that one piece of advice be?
Guys, get a millionaire mentor. You're going to save so many years, months, weeks of pain and heartache. If I had known about millionaire mentoring and Black Ops 2.5 years ago, when I first got into the industry, I would have done it. I would have thrown my head in the wall. I will never have to worry about money ever again. I've now become a person of influence. I now have followers, which I never had before. I'm now generating money easily and effortlessly. And the other great thing too is that when you throw your head over the wall, you are coming into a community, a family who are supportive of you, who will actually help you along the journey. So you're not alone. You're not alone. Not only do you have not one millionaire mentor, not two, but you've got three. We've had another one join Black Ops, and this is phenomenal value. And he is like an Amazon best-selling author, and he's made $17 million in network marketing industry, and he's offering his value to us as well for nothing. We don't have to pay anymore. I'm just like, are you freaking me out? This is so good. So throw your hat in the wall and get yourself a millionaire mentor. That is my word of advice. You won't regret it.
Absolutely. I agree 110%. That's awesome. Charlene, you are awesome. Guys, 40,000 in 10 weeks. That's insane, you guys. Okay? And you know, she obviously she's not prideful. She's not, she doesn't have that ego she was talking about. She surrendered it.
Mm.
She's a very humble-hearted person. I've had the pleasure of getting to know a little bit, and I actually look forward to getting to know you a little bit better. Um, Check out her page, also her video. She's got some funny stuff. This morning, she actually did this video. I think you had like a
A
new
fringe.
little, you know, your bangs thing going on. Oh my gosh, it was flipping hilarious. I watched it. I wanted to cry my eyes out because it was hilarious. So guys, I mean, seriously, it's, you know, that community that she's talking about, it's just great. You know, we're just ordinary people doing
Mm.
extraordinary things, and it's just all about just tapping into your power, like she said, you know. But Charlene, thank you so much. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here.
You're
You
welcome.
are you're just a very humble-hearted person, and very giving and loving, you can tell. So thank you so much, Charlene.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure, Mario. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Guys, if you guys have any questions and you guys want to find out a little bit more, comment on this video, shoot me a personal message. I'd love to talk to you guys and just get to know a little bit about you and what it is you want to do. And we'll see you at the top. Take
See
care.
ya. Bye.